It's extremely varied. It can go from diagnosing bizarre faults with 50-year-old electrical systems to getting absolutely filthy. That's one of the things that's so appealing about it, because despite the fact that it's really old technology, there's a massive range of skills you can build up if you've got a mind to. That's got holes in it, isn't it? It's not solid, this. You put your fingers in, so anything that's coming off the bottom of the turbo housing is collecting underneath. Working with the group is really good fun. Everybody's built up a lot of skills over the time we've been working here. There's a really thick vein of humour running through the whole thing, and everybody has a really good time when we're doing it. Hello! Or somebody who's stronger than me. Oh, got it. There we go. Everybody works really hard to support each other and to get the job done. It's great to be working, you know, with the low-tech equipment as well. It's filthy. There's no point trying to put it back in again. We'll buy some modern foam stuff, but the desire to look after stuff that isn't nearly as complicated as what we have to deal with in the modern world. So you can see just behind George's head is a turbo. So that's driven by the exhaust coming out the top of the loco. The turbo's drawing air into the engine, so that's pulling the dirt, all the dirt through. They're not horrible, to be honest, and they're not look like they've rusted through. Train spotters in the 1980s, these are the kind of bits of kit that would have been seen on British Railways then. They were everywhere, and doing this as a hobby, the opportunity to operate them and maintain them is just carrying on that kind of enthusiasm when a lot of these classes of locos have been withdrawn. People's general expectation of a heritage railway is steam engines, so we used to work a bit harder to explain to people what the historical context of these things is and why we're preserving them. And a lot of the time I think people don't understand that the locos we operate, most of them were brought into service before most of us were born. So that, you know, they're 50 or 60 years old, and they were withdrawn from service perhaps in the 1980s or the 1990s. And explaining that historical context is a bit of a challenge, actually. And I think we can probably do better in the heritage world generally to explain the relevance of this technology. All right, so all the breakers are on, all the fuses are in place, all the spares are present, so that's good. I work for a software company, so I'm dealing with stuff that's way more complicated than this. The idea of leaving all the computers and electronics behind is quite a nice release for the weekends. It's what Saturday mornings are all about. If you've got any kind of interest in British engineering history, if you feel that you've got an interest in doing technical stuff that isn't using technology that we're faced with every day. Right, so that's the back, and you like the idea of trundling around with very heavy objects and having to learn how to operate things in a safe way. Right, we just need to check the brake shoes now. There's some very, very satisfying aspects to that, of having to go through the learning process and doing the work to get through the grades to the point when you're actually put in charge of the train, for example.